up, everybody? It is Saturday. It finally cooled off a little bit, and I figured that I'd normally be doing race prep for race 5 that is coming up next weekend, August 6th. So there'll be some more race footage coming, but I figured I'd take today and do some changes on the park, because we have race 6, which is finals for us, because we're all the way up in northern New Hampshire, so winter comes fast up here. But we have finals in September, so I'm going to be down here doing a little bit of changes to the park before then. So I figured I'd bring you guys along and show you some of the changes that we're hopefully going to get to today. Alright, we're going to get into the first change, which, if some of you watched the trail bouncing video that I did, you kind of know where I am. Two of the longest hills, and I actually came up over here and played over here and kind of went up this. So we're going to kind of clean this up a little bit and put in some barriers, because where all those leaves are is about a 2-foot ditch from what used to be my drainage ditch for when it gets heavy rain, but I actually moved it to up and over there. So probably going to put a barrier or something in there, because yeah, I don't want to see everybody get stuck in there. But change it up a little bit, probably make it a little harder, and it's just going to be kind of a bypass hill, or somewhere I can make them come up one of these hills and turn around and go back down. But it's just going to come up right here. They're going to come out, and I'm going to make a little drop or whatever for them to get in and out. And then I'm going to make my way down to the bottom, and I'll show you one of the other changes. Alright, I'm down at the bottom. For newcomers to the channel, thanks for checking it out. But this is my backyard. Everybody else knows it as Hazardous RC Off-Road Park. This is where we race quite often. But the change that I kind of want to try to start doing today, I don't know if it's going to get finished, because it's going to be a lot of rocks, and I kind of want to add something else to this hill. But I mentioned it before, if you guys watched the Hill Ninja News kind of overall update that I did video not too long ago. I said I wanted to change the top of this because it keeps getting dug out. It gets super steep, it gets super dug out real fast, and then my retaining wall, or lack of retaining wall, keeps collapsing, and pretty soon I'm going to have to put an actual retaining wall in. So I'm trying to prevent that. So I want to kind of fill this in and make rocks go all the way up of it, all the way up, so it stops getting dug out. And then the last thing is, everybody knows that follows along, water hazard is one of the hills here. It is named water hazard because that about 25 to 30 gallon bin up there gets filled with water, and then the hose runs out right underneath and water comes all down the hill. So I might make a split off of that and make it come to this hill also, because water changes everything and it makes things fun. So that's kind of the plan today, at least get started. But we're gonna get into it. At least I'm gonna start up there, because that's gonna be definitely pretty quick, and then we'll come down here and I'll start gathering rocks. But alright, let's go back up there and get started. Well, what you just watched in probably a couple seconds was actually about 15 minutes of me struggling with a tree that pretty much probably weighs as much as me to get it all the way up here, because I knew it would work as a pretty good barrier. And you got kind of get a layout of, they're going to be coming up through here and then kind of turning, and I want to make an entry slash exit point right there, and kind of clean up the hill and make it a little more interesting. But now that you can see the kind of the basic layout, what we got going on, start putting some shape to it and start filling in the little ditch with what I can. so nobody gets stuck in it and they can have a good attempt at the hill. I told you it was going to be quick. New hill slash bypass, whatever you want to call it. Pretty simple. I left all the little trees there, miniature shrubs come out here. So I was already kind of looking at hills and stuff, and I could pretty much like make them come up main mountain, go around, and then come all the way up, step your game up, stuff like that. So more combos, longer hills, more fun. So I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break. It's about lunchtime before I go start collecting rocks for learning curve. Alright guys, I think I got a plan together. A little out of breath. Just went and scoured the hills over there and stuff, and this is what's going to be going into learning curve, maybe. We'll see how I like it once I start putting it together, but I think we're going to make a little log ascent to the finish. See how it works out. And yes, I also brought some stuff down to try to fix up Loose Dirt Hill a little bit. Got pretty dug out pretty fast the last race here, so we're going to tend to that real quick. Well, you can see how far I've gotten. Kind of ran out of logs and trees, so I gotta go get some more. But kind of where we're going. Obviously gotta backfill it in and do all the fine tuning, but that's kind of what I've decided with. That's about the easiest thing. I have a lot of dead trees around here, so it's a lot easier than going down to the river for a bunch of rocks, which I'd rather not do. So trees are a lot easier, a little bit lighter, so that's what I'm going with. I'm gonna go gather up some more, finish off the rest of this. Alright, well I got it mostly filled in. Put some rocks to fill the gaps and to hold down some logs, but probably gonna go grab a bucket and go search for some medium-sized rocks as fillers for some of the gaps and stuff. That way people don't get stuck. And I gotta figure out something for the top, because as you see there's still quite a bit of dirt exposed, so I might add some bigger rocks and cut off a couple tips that are sticking out. That way nobody gets hung up. And I do still plan to add water to this hill. I just quite haven't decided how or where. As you see on Water Hazard, I had to add a lot of concrete just because of the ground is so dry, it just absorbs it up if I don't put any kind of backing or anything on it, or concrete in this matter. But probably gonna end up having it come out somewhere under here, or maybe the first row of rocks or something I might change. But definitely want to change how it comes out too, because of how Water Hazard is. It's just one single one right there. I'd really like to make a kind of a big giant drip bar kind of all the way across. That way it kind of disperses water through the whole over the whole hill, instead of kind of down the middle like it does on Water Hazard. But I'm gonna get that going and turn the camera back on after I kind of fill it in and clean it up a little bit. I might even charge up a battery and test them out. But definitely kind of want to work on the water thing. Probably gonna go figure that out and gather up some rocks at the same time. And I'll bring you guys back after that. And just like that, it's all cleaned up, all filled in. Just kind of backfilled it to fill in the gaps. Obviously a couple runs up the hill will start exposing all the logs. I am going to put some kind of big log or something in this space, because if drivers fall in there, it's kind of an endless pit. So put some more rocks or a big log or whatever I find in there. Ooh, that was a big step back. But yeah, you guys can kind of see I cleaned it all up. And I did clean up Loose Dirt Hill. There is some fresh wood underneath all the dirt, as you can see. The last one is kind of dug at an angle like that, just in case, well, just in case, no, sorry, for when it does get dug out again, they'll still be able to hopefully have a chance at climbing it, instead of just being kind of a huge gap like it was before. I did throw an extra rock in the bottom of Learning Curve, just because that was starting to get dug out too. And with 25 to 30 drivers expected for finals, kind of want to give everybody a fair chance. Talking about finals, this hill has still not been claimed yet. It was unofficially, I wasn't down here, but I heard the big hooting and hollering. Cam Wilmot, I know, is probably watching. So he did make it up, but it wasn't during the race. Nobody made it up during the actual racing. So that is definitely going to be a bounty hill for finals. I'm pretty much not going to touch it at all. I want to leave it exactly how it was, and maybe Cam or somebody else can climb it. But that's kind of going to do it for the hill building part. I got my mess that I got to clean up now, and then probably go charge battery and give them a shot. I'll bring you guys along for that. That way you can kind of see. I don't really expect any, I mean, it's not really any big changes, but just kind of see how it goes. I'll run it a couple times, see if it gets dug out anywhere or not, or if the bouncer gets hung up at all. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab the bouncer. And... Alright, well, I'm back. Went and got hazard buggy and new battery for the camera. But we're gonna run some hills. First shot's probably just gonna be an kind of a overview, and then get some better shots for you guys. Yep. And I went in a big giant hole I didn't want to fall. Oh, that's definitely different. Alright guys, that's just about going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop me some comments, let me know what you think. Until next time, have a good one everybody.